What up? This weekend was great until I backed into my neighbor's vehicle. Uh, like, it wasn't hard or anything like that, but I did it. First accident ever, but like I said, it was like barely doing it. I'm barely backed up, but I just didn't see him. I don't know why, but I just didn't. But anyways, the rest of the weekend was great. My kids were all there. My niece had graduation. I mean, what else was it? The Lakers won? Yeah, that's. Oh, and I got a lot of sun, so I'm probably a little bit darker on my forehead because it was pretty hot. 10 o'clock in the morning. What was it? No, 10:30. 10:30 in the morning. It was super hot already. And it just kept getting hotter and hotter. We got through it though. It was pretty awesome. Everyone came in on trucks or vehicles, and I thought it was pretty funny. So everyone had to wait. They had to get out and then they had to get going. It wasn't like everyone came on a float or something like that and everyone just got dropped off. No, it was individual, and I think it was like 20 kids. So, but all in all, it was awesome. The next basketball game that I'm going to be uploading, I don't know, it might be next Wednesday, but the game is Tuesday, and it's not here, so I have to go travel. Not a big deal. Kind of sucks that it's, since it is on a Tuesday, it's so early for me to wake up to have to get ready. So that means I have to go to bed as soon as, I get home, which is not terribly bad, but I don't get like a full 8 hours of sleep, or sometimes it really kind of depends on, how I'm feeling, but 6-7 hours is what I really need. Sometimes I don't get that. That's okay. That is okay. Next, or in June, or June 5th, I believe, is the last game for their high school, because I don't know why, it just is. It's kind of a bummer, because that's super short. That's a super short season, and I don't know if that'll change next year. I don't know what will happen next year, but I do know that getting as much practice and playing time is what these kids need. And if their seasons are so short and they don't have as many practices, like, it kind of don't give them the tools that they need when they get older, so they can be seen, or people know about them. Like, if you go to the bigger city, I guess you want to say, it is totally different to have more than one team. We have like 7 kids. That's it. So we kind of do with what we have, and if one kid gets hurt, we're down one. Like, that's just what it is. And that's the same thing in football and any other sport. But I think when my kids get out of high school, I'd probably be so much easier. But I would kind of really, really hate that they're out of school, because that's probably the things I will enjoy the most, which is the live sports. And I won't really have no reason to go, unless my kids have kids. That's it. And I just wouldn't be stuck at home watching it on TV, which will be actually great for next year, because next year I am buying the NBA pass, because I'm not gonna do with this blackout stuff all the time. And if it's surefire that I'm going to be able to see every single game from the team that I want to watch, or even the whole NBA, I'll have that liberty to do it. And I think having that throughout my whole house, it's only just going to be me and my second oldest kid anyway. So it's, I think it's worth it, especially being, I think it's less than $100 for a whole season. That's a lot of games. That's more than 82 games. And not only that, you have historic games, the greatest games of all time, like players and interviews and stuff like that. It's a whole package deal, which is actually pretty awesome. But yeah, that's just something I'll have to worry about next year. I know that when my kids get a little bit older, it's going to be a little bit easier to have to get them into that. Well, I don't want to say my kid actually literally has 2 years left, but my youngest is just now going to get started, pretty much getting into the high school fling, not this year, but next year, coming year, or whatever. So hopefully this summer I'm able to help him get more physically fit. It's going to be, a total combination of, hopefully I have the time, he has the time, patience wise, both of us, limitations, lots of things. But, I think that if I can just get something started, and it's more of, yeah, I know, they know, as long as they know, and then they put that knowledge to use, I don't have too much worries. I'm not going to be, and I haven't, I've never been so hard on my kids at all. I've been okay, if you want to do this, you got to stick to it. So I'm a reminder. I'm kind of like Alexa in a way, or even Siri. I want them to be held accountable by their own measures. That way, it's easy for them to fall back on, hey, I said that, or hey, I'm the one who decided I wanted to do this. So, hey, I got this crutch, which is me, or their mom, or maybe even their brother. I just want to give them the opportunity, but they got to, take it. They got to do with what they think they should do with it. It's not my decision. If they don't want to do sports and they want to pursue other things, that's their own choice too, which is the greatest thing ever in life, I think, is that there's so many options compared to 100 years ago. I'm so glad to be born around this time, to have this opportunity to instill the things that I think might help my kids. It's not the best thing probably all the time, but the results will show, as long as they stick with their own plan. Yeah, I gotta get going. Still a little tired. I haven't had nothing to drink really, except for a small swig of a Powerade. And yeah, hey, have a great weekend. Don't be like me. Pay attention.